Hi guys, it's Usernamekate. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am in sunny Barcelona after being kindly invited by Yamaha to the launch of the 2023 R125. So today I'm lucky enough to be taking this bike on the road and on the track. So if you want to know about the stats of this bike, the specs of this bike and what it is like on the road and the track, then keep watching because this video might just be for you.
Here is a shining example of a very tricked up Yamaha R125. The one that you see before you has lots of shiny, sparkly performance bits fitted to it. As you can see, the bike is very much R7 R1 inspired. We have an R7 looking front end and we have some really nice R1 inspired bits as well, such as the gills on the tank, the handlebar crown and the dash in general. On this specific bike you can put brake lever guards on if you want to go on track, and you can fit these with quick shifters, which is a nice addition if you are trying to efficiently change gear on track. This specific R125 was fitted with the Akrapovic, which is specially designed for the R125, as you can see by what's written on the end can. And then this one had mirror blanking plates as well, because the last thing you want to do on track is be looking in your mirrors. So we got out there on track and we had an absolutely awesome time. It's quite fun to get on a track where everybody is on the same capacity of bike. It just spices things up a little bit because then the emphasis is on the rider instead of the bike. But the R125 on this go-kart track performed phenomenally. It has a nice 140 rear, so it doesn't feel too skinny. It's a typical sports bike position, so that is good when you're on a track. It's super light and it changes direction extremely quickly. The lap timer on a 125 is a phenomenal touch. I don't really know of any 125s that have a lap timer. And the quick shifter just meant that you could climb the box as quick as possible, as efficiently as possible when we got those blasts on the straight. So as much as I had a good time on the track, I was really looking forward to getting this bike on the twisties because that is where I feel most comfortable. So without further ado, let's cut to the bike that I was riding on the road and show you guys some onboard footage.
We have the lovely lineup here. So this bike starts at just a smidge over £5,300. It's available in two colour options. We have Tech Black and we have Icon Blue. Okay, let's get out of this joint. So we've just been on track. We've had an afternoon ripping around on there. And now we're going to do some road stuff on these bad boys. Clear. Okay. So R125, what do we have? We have a 14.7 brake horsepower and 11.5 newton meters of torque. Now 14.7 is the most brake horsepower that a 125 can have. So it is up there with one of the most powerful 125s. Roundabouts in Spain can be slippy. You've got to behave yourself. It's a beautifully performing 125 this. So of course we have a sporty riding position, we have clip-ons, we have the feet quite far back. The aesthetics on this bike are absolutely bloody gorgeous. We have a very R7 aesthetic, very R7 inspired, and we also have nice elements from the R1, which I think is a beautiful touch, like the crown yoke. Like, it just looks really, really nice, really expensive actually. The weight of this bike, 144 kilograms. We've got a seat height of 820 mil, and we've got a tank size of 11 litres. Look at Dan here with his flat feet. Just look at him. Dan, what's your inside leg measurement? 30. And what's your height? 5'8". 5'8". Okay, so we swap positions and I'm up top. Excellent. No pressure. So with this bike we have traction control on a 125. We have a slipper clutch, which is awesome for, say, newer riders. Just when it comes to going down the gearbox, if you drop a gear a bit too keen, it's not a problem because the slipper clutch has got your back. We have a beautiful 5-inch TFT dash, and it has two prefaces. We have the road one, and then we have a track preface where the speed is not a priority on the track screen. You could see your gear indicator, you could see your revs, you could see your lap time, but it did not display a speedo. We also have a programmable shift light, and it's all things that actually make this sports bike act like a sports bike and not just look like a sports bike. So with this bike as well, we have an optional quick shifter. You can put a quick shifter on this bike and it is just up only, but still that is much more than a lot of manufacturers provide on 125s, even their sports ones. It's quite interesting to look down at this bike. I would not think that it's a 125. It's giving more like 300, 400 vibes. But it is actually pretty cool to ride. It looks quite stocky. But one of the things that definitely gives it away as being a 125 is how quickly it turns. Yeah, its steering is really, really precise.
So if you want to record, this is quite crispy. It's not that good, so
Super. Okay, we've just had the message that we've got some quite twisties. So this should be fun. I'm not even going to try and catch him. Just focus on vlogging and having a nice time. Nice slipper clutch. Woo! On the brake. brakes because we don't know how sharp it is. It opens up. They definitely feel like a fast 125, I'll absolutely give them that. Small bikes with big bike feel. It's the big bike feel appeal. Yeah, with these bends that you can't see, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Wow, so yeah, the R125 as demonstrated in front can certainly put a shift on. More shifting than I can physically be doing. But we're giving it a go. We're giving it a go, aren't we? We're working the little baby. With this bike, it's got smartphone connectivity, so you can connect your phone to it. You can record your rides. You can check your lean angle. You can share your GPX files with your mates. And it's just a nice element of technology available on a 125, which I think is real nice. They've improved the aerodynamics for this year. It's actually 5% more aerodynamic, if you want to quantify it. And the bike comes with a 2-year manufacturer warranty. Look at that view! Breathtaking! Wow! Oh my gosh! Imagine! Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Guys and girls, we have just got back from a day riding the R125. So we took it out on track, and to be quite honest, I was a little bit nervous at first. You guys can probably appreciate that, given the last time I was on track, I kind of sent the bike to the moon and did my fingers some damage. So I didn't want to be a hero, I just wanted to get home in one piece. So I was riding quite sensibly for me, I would say. The R125s that we rode on track were equipped with a quick shifter. They had the mirrors blanked out with the blanking plates. And yeah, it was super fun to get on track. They're ever so nimble because they're so light. They're literally at 144 kilograms. They just change direction so quick. They do it so smooth. The throttle is awesome. It's really just gradual and linear. There's no snatching, there's no, uncomfortableness. And that's what's crazy to me, is the fact that you can be a new rider and you can ride this bike on the street and it's not going to bite you, but you can also be really aggressive with it on track and really make some moves. So I think that is kind of what's really nice about the R125. The dash on the R125 is really unique because you have a street dash. So when you're out on the road, you can see your speedo very nice and clear. You have your gear indicator. When you take it to the track, you have a track screen, so on there you have your gear indicator nice and big, you have a lap timer nice and big, your revs on there. You don't have a speedo. On track, you shouldn't even care about how fast you're going and get distracted by your speedo. So yeah, it has a nice aggressive switch. The dash is very much inspired by the R1, including the R1 inspired, headstock, like top yoke. It just looks really mean and aggressive. With regards to the clip-ons of this bike, they have widened it slightly for this year, 2023, and they've widened it out by 10 degrees. So it might not seem a lot, but it just takes the riding position to a little less wristy and a bit wider, as opposed to being quite narrow and more scrunched up, if you will. So I am 5'4". I have a 29-inch inseam. This bike has a seat height of 820mm. It does have a very skinny seat, which is great for short-legged people like me. But this is what I look like sat on the bike. So as you guys can see, because we have the slightly rear setback pegs, it just means that your foot can go down nicely. We've got the clip-on, so we are a little bit leant forward, but it is exactly as you would expect from a sports bike. You don't want to be upright. That's the naked bike's job. So yeah, it is quite manageable for somebody my height, I would say, to ride around on this bike comfortably, having to stop at lights and such. This engine has Yamaha's VVA, which is variable valve actuation, which basically gives it a nice kind of second wind of power when it hits 7,400 RPM. It basically just works with the cams, and as soon as it hits that magical number, it literally just engages a radical high shift cam, which gives it a little boost of torque, and it keeps the bike really smooth as well. So yeah, perfect for new riders. Guys and girls, I hope you have got an idea of what this bike is like from my vlog today, in terms of on the track and in terms of on the road. It's been really, really fun. We have pushed these babies on the back roads on some proper tight twisties, as you would have seen, and they absolutely didn't miss a beat. It's been so much fun. On first glance, guys, what do you think? Do you think it looks like a 125, or do you think it looks slightly bigger? Let me know in the comments below. Well, I think that concludes my vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I know I have certainly enjoyed filming it, because it meant that I got to ride this crazy sports bike around the twisties of Barcelona. So yeah, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please consider doing so. It really helps me out and I'm forever grateful. And until the next time, guys, take care and ride safe. Bye. Windswept and interesting. Story of my life.